Why permaculture? Well, it's definitely not. Sorry, why bother? Well, permaculture is a lot more work than a lot of other sorts of farming for sure, but the benefits from it far outweigh the negatives. I mean, most forms of farming today, modern horticulture, agriculture, is all such short-term fix. It's put on the fertiliser, get out the crop, off you go. But the soil, then, from chemical fertiliser, you've depleted all the microfauna and the microbiology, so it's not a permanent culture. And permaculture, that's what it means, permanent culture. Sustaining long-term, so that we can exist forever and there's something left for our children and our grandchildren after us. It's everything in permaculture works in harmony. You look after the garden, we look after the garden looks after us, we look after the animals look after us. Fertiliser for the garden, they provide us with meat, they provide us with company. So in looking after them, we're looking after ourselves, looking after the land. It's also ethical permaculture. It's about care of the land, care of the people, and an equal share for everybody of it. It's also a lot more down to earth. It's a lot more lifestyle oriented than modern agriculture. And permaculture is not about making a profit or getting filthy rich. It's about everybody ad infinitum having a share of it. And everything in a permaculture system works together. They, like I say, the animals provide manure or eggs or hides, clothing, warmth. And in return, we look after them, we provide them with all of their needs, their food, their shelter, medicinal needs. Though in a permacultural system, ideally, your land's a lot healthier, so your animals are a lot less susceptible to disease, so less drenches or no drenches. No chemicals involved in that. Here we're working on a new garden design at the moment, which I've got here. I've designed it like a flower. It's more than one reason for that. It's not just because it's a pretty flower. I've designed it so we have access through all of our garden beds, so I can get all around each bed to put manure on, weed, harvest, etc. without having to walk on the beds. We've got the peace sign in the middle for Living in Peace project. We'll be growing companion herbs, etc. around which repel pests away from other crops. We're planting nasturtiums, etc. that might repel nematodes, keep them away from our tomatoes, and marigolds act as a repellent to various different pests. Garlic acts as a repellent to other pests. So everything's sort of working together to create a harmonious environment for all of the things within it. Everything sustains each other thing in it. So it's a permanent solution to, instead of depleting our soil each year with fertiliser, we're actually building it up. Each year the soil should get better. We should have more topsoil, more humus. Also in permaculture, it's not just gardening, it's not just farming, it's about setting up your lifestyle so you have the maximum efficiency of your resources. You build your house, so it's passive solar. You take responsibility for your own waste. We don't just chuck all our waste down a septic tank. It's about long-term sustainability. It's about thinking and design about how we live, and rather than just randomly using resources and depleting them as we go. It's a long-term lifestyle decision as well. You can't live fully permaculturally and expect to drive a BMW or a Mercedes or fly overseas all the time. It's not about raping off all the extra profit. It's about sustainability. It's about leaving something after we've gone for our children and our grandchildren and their children as well. Modern living is like a race to use all the Earth's resources as quick as we possibly can for our own gain, with no thought of the future for anybody else. Permaculture is the exact opposite. It's old knowledge that was been put together by Bill Mollison and David Holmgren. Originally started permaculture and patented the word permaculture so it can't be exploited. They can remove the right to use the word permaculture if they choose to, if they feel that we're not teaching real permaculture, if we're bastardising it, if you like. So It was established by them, but now it's gone viral around the world. It's they're re-greening deserts. There's more aid projects going on permaculture around the world than probably any other aid organisations, and not using any government funding on any of it, so they're not held to government lines. They can go out and deliver it where it's needed. It's about teaching people how to heal their own environments and set them up to sustain them long term. As I say, permanent culture. It's permaculture. I've run out of words.
I buy that.
You'll buy that?
Oh shit.
What? Camera wasn't on.
Wasn't recording the audio. Just kidding.
Serious scissors.